Hey everybody, it's Dragon. Today we're doing a quick overnight with a short hike in the Loyalsock State Forest. Right now we're at the top of what's part of the Loyalsock Link Loop. This area is Soane's Pond. The pond's right out there. I'll give you guys a little bit better view of that in a little bit. But one thing I wanted to show you about this area is it's a really nice camping spot. Last year when me and Panda backpacked this loop, we camped down in the valley alongside the Loyalsock itself. And it was a beautiful place to camp. But when we got up here and we found this, we both hammock. And this is like a hammocker's dream up here. There's just trees everywhere. And this is only one of the small areas along. Here's one of the waterside camp areas. And right down here is the pond itself. One nice thing about this spot too is if you're not really looking to hike, there's an access point right over there that you can drive up to. Alright, welcome back. We are down by the Loyalsock and we've pretty much got our camp set up. Take you over here and I'll show you our setups. Alright, so for another night down by the Loyalsock, it's Panda's setup with her Hennessy and her full-sized Hennessy tarp. Got my War Bonnet Mama Jamba tarp up with my trusty Blackbird and tucked away inside. Very soon my year review of this thing's coming. I tried to film it once, but it was really crappy audio, so I had to do a retake. And over here we have this gentleman that some of you know.
Stop filming me.
And he's putting the finishing touches on his completely 100% homemade setup. That.
Problems? I forgot how to do this.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Figured you'd had plenty of practice by now. But anyone that doesn't know this gentleman, it's Kurt Zitzelman. Go check out his YouTube. He's always doing fun, wonderful hiking adventures.
I'm being held here against my will. Send help.
The funny thing is I just panned on her and I'm like, oh, I just filmed her.
Do that.
Alright, we're going to get a fire going. It's supposed to be in the mid-20s tonight.
Sleeping in the car.
But no rain in the forecast. Originally when we planned this trip, there was a chance of up to like an inch or two of snow and the threat of some rain, but yeah, why not? Hey everyone. Yep, this is not the campsite. I know. Well, as most of us realize, things don't always go according to plan. And this just happened to be one of those situations. Now, our forecasted low for the night was supposed to be 26 degrees, and it definitely was not. We found out after the night was over that the low ended up being 15, and it probably got a little bit colder than that considering the whole camping next to water aspect. Now, my setup and Panda setup, it does pretty well normally. We've pushed our setups to, even without like some of our current upgrades like the underquilts that we now have, even before we had those, we've taken our setups to colder temps than what we probably should have been able to in the past. Now, with that being said, we were pretty comfortable with going for the upper 20s mark, but there's no way. There's no way that we could have made it down to the low teens like that. She had a hard time getting comfortable pretty much right from the beginning once we got into our hammocks. I was fine. I had like a little bit of a cold spot that wasn't bad, but knowing how I am and knowing how cold it ended up getting, those cold spots would have turned into a really miserable night for me as well in the hammock. So we threw in the towel and we packed up and we went home. Now, that being said, still not a bad time, you know. Granted, the hammock part might not have worked out as planned, but we still got the hike in that we wanted to. We got awesome campfire hangout time, and I chalk that up as a win. And as far as the cold weather sleeping stuff goes, that's just more of a learning experience to help us understand what we need to do to, you know, get more out of our setups. And that's it, you know, just trial and error. It's like pretty much anything else. But as far as everything else goes, everything else was pretty awesome. Hike was good. I didn't do a lot of filming with that. Ended up doing my usual get caught up in conversation and just kind of ignored the camera. Now, we got a little added bonus after the hike. So after the hike, we got our camp, we got everything set up, did the typical chores, you know, gathered firewood, you know, just all the normal typical stuff. Only to be surprised by Adam Z. We really didn't think he was going to make it out with us. The guy was fighting a little bit of an illness during the week, and it wasn't really looking promising. And he didn't tell us he was coming. He just decided to surprise us, which was nice. So all of us got like really good campfire, hangout time, good conversation. So still a win, still a good time out. I'd rather have that kind of day out in the woods than, you know, just spend the day sitting in the house. But Adam, Kurt, sorry we had to bail. I know you guys understand. Adam, I'm sorry that we woke you up, but we wanted to let one of you guys know that we were leaving. Didn't want you to wake up and just see us gone. And also, I know I wouldn't like the sound of random people tromping through the woods while I'm trying to sleep. So, but yeah, good time. Now, through all of this, Panda has finally decided to start her YouTube channel, and she has a nice approach to it. So if you want to go check her out, I'm going to put her channel, Adam's channel, and Kurt's channel link in the description below. If you haven't checked out those guys, I recommend doing so. They're good guys. They put out good content. That's all you really need. Just go, you know, stop watching this. Go check them out. I'll catch you guys later.